Well,
Were there any blues clubs or jazz clubs around here?
yeah, but I wasn't going.
Oh, you weren't? Okay. That wasn't your scene?
No, it wasn't my scene. Yeah, I did go to a jazz place though, because I liked that music, and it was live.
Where was that, do you remember?
It was on the north side, around Sedgwick and North Avenue.
Kind of
Old Town Gardens. Well, I stayed in Old Town Gardens. That's how I found out about the jazz place, the jazz club, and Paul Bunyan, where they had the pizza in the basement, thick pan alley, they call it. And you go down there, deep dish pizza. That's how I found out about deep dish pizza. And they serve it in those tin pans like that. Oh God. And then they had this club, and you go in there, and you can sit at the table and your audio set up or whatever you wanted. And then they come out, they give you food or whatever you want, and then they had the jazz band. Oh boy, it would be great. And some of those singers that I heard back then, they became famous.
Mm-hmm.
From working down there and singing at the jazz club.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you want to show me those?
Okay. And I remember when Dinah Washington. You remember Dinah Washington? Okay. Dinah Washington lived on 15th and Drake. My sister went to school with her sister. Her mother, Dinah Washington's mother, had the Little Star music store. That's where you bought all your Sunday school books. That's where you got bought all your Sunday school supplies, your hymn books and everything. It came through Dinah Washington's mother.
No kidding. Where was that?
She belonged to Mount Hebron, which she sold it out of her house.
Oh, okay.
Over on 15th and Drake. She sold it out of her house. She had a little store. And you got your Bibles, your books, Sunday school literature, all that, you got it from her. Song books, all of that, you got it from her.
Was it surprising to you when she became famous?
No, she was already famous. She was already famous. Living right here in Chicago, over on the west side, 15th and Drake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure was.
And
her mother, she was a member of Mount Hebron. Mount Hebron was on the corner of St. Louis and Douglas. Well, it's still down there, but not the old building. They tore that one down and built another.
Okay.
But that's where her mother belonged. That's where, I don't know if she belonged there or not, but I know that's where her mother belonged.
And so you were here.
And she was in the choir down there.
Okay. Wow. Did you have a rivalry with that church, the choirs?
You know what? We didn't have a rivalry. Well, if they had a musical, choirs used to have a musical. Either on the second Sunday or the third Sunday or the fourth Sunday. And then if they invited you, you came. Yes, when you had a good time. There wasn't no competition type of thing. And you may get up and sing a song. Your choir get up to sing a song that everybody knew and they join in.
Oh, nice.
It was just like that.
Beautiful.
It wasn't no competition. Not like that.
Okay. And then last question I have is, so you were here at the same time that Dr. King was here?
Yes.
What were some of your strong memories of him?
Oh, Lord. Coming in here and going down in our pastor's office and sitting behind that desk. Sitting behind that desk and just talking, taking care of business. But talking about the position of the places and the people that he ran into. You know, that he had to come in association with, you know. And he said, you have enemies. And he said, you'd be surprised at the enemies. And he said, they're not all a different color. You got your black folks as enemies. I remember when that lady stabbed him in New York. And they said if he had took a deep breath, it was close to his heart. If he had a deep breathe, he coughed. Said it would got his heart. Oh, I remember. But when he came here that night, and those three newsmen was here, Faye Flynn, Douglas Edwards, and Frank Reynolds. And they all came, they were upstairs. And they came to the kitchen. And Miss Cleora Guest was the cook at the time, along with her niece, Mildred Borders, and her brother, John Borders. Now, they were all from Mississippi, too. And they came, and she was cooking. She was the church cook at the time. And I mean, they fried their chicken, had the salad, and everything going with the cakes and the pies. And those three men came from upstairs, and they came to the dining room, and she fixed them the flakes. They bragged about that food for 3 and each one of them paid $20. Say, we know you ain't trying to put here. Here's $20. Each one of them gave them $20. Nice. This food is great. And then they talked about it on the news the next night.
No kidding.
About how good the food was.
Yeah.
Say, boy, we've never had no fried chicken like that. And they were talking about it. Yeah. But when he spoke, people were all outside. It was covered. We had the inside, all in the lobby, all upstairs, all that. It was covered. News people, everything. And you know, they didn't have no phones then. They didn't have no phones. They had them reel-to-reels. They had the reel-to-reels and them stand-up things like that. And then for the speakers, they had those, what I call them bells, you know, the round ones. You hang them up. Those were the microphones. They take the sound out. And I mean, it was packed. But the service went well. It went well. And when he spoke, it was nothing like it. Nothing like it. Nothing like it.
All right. Well, thank you. So what advice would you give to young people today, or what advice do you give when you talk to young people from
I talk to young people all the time.
Yeah, what kind of advice do you give them?
I tell them, I say, no matter what job you're trying to get, or the most important thing is education. Educate yourself.
Yep.
Educate. And you get education just by listening to people talk. You know, it's not, everything, it's more things, as Miss Reverend Katie Moon, she used to say, more things are caught than taught. Just by listening, you can learn. Even if it's down to making a pie. If you listen and remember what they said, go home and try it. It may not be the best, but it'll be better. And you keep working at it. Same with education. It may not be the best, but keep working at it. If a kid never go to school, homeschool, get books, get TV, everything is that is no reason for nobody not to learn. And not to educate themselves. But educate, the money may seem good. Well, you want to be a basketball player, football player. Everybody's not going to be a basketball player, football player, or a bowler. But you can take your craft, whatever it is, magnify on it, build it up, get your education, then learn some business. How to construct your business, how to build your business. Get you a mentor that can show you to run your business, open your business, do what you have to do. And don't you have to settle for anything. You never have to settle. You don't have to settle until you reach your goal that you want to do. You don't have to settle. And a lot of us give up. Even when it comes to marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, just have somebody to depend on and trust. You give up too soon.
Yeah.
You give up too soon. And then you end up missing a blessing. And then you get that negative vibe, oh, I'll never have anybody. No, I ain't going there with you. No, I'm not going to go there with you. I'm going to tell you, look, for everybody here, there's somebody for you.
There you go.
Now, just keep on holding on and praying about it and asking God, show him to me. Let him find me. And he will find you.
Nice. Wow. So this is it now.
Yeah, see it says memorial.
Yeah.
See, now this was all on the wall.
Okay.
Inside the temple. These are the ones original givers when they were building the building. was the original building giver.
So do you know what they're going to do with these now?
Leave them in here, and they're going to leave them, build that wall.
Oh, okay.
It's, you know, leave them right there.
Yeah.
Because they were on the inside of the building, but they had to do work on that wall.
Right.
So they took them down.
Okay.
So instead of throw them away, you can't really throw them away. It's history.
It's history, yeah.
These are all the original people. They gave the first 10 tollers. Gave the first money to have this building built.
I see the pastor now. Let's see if we can get her over here.
Pastor Reshorna, they calling you.
Come on over. Hi.
Hi.
We're just doing a little video real quick.
Okay. You guys want to get inside?
We do, but we want to know if you'd be willing to talk on video just a little bit about Pastor Doris here and how you know her.
Okay, of course.
And stand next to her, not too close,
6
but
feet.
yeah. Can you get both of them in the shot?
Wait a minute, is that 6 feet?
Small feet, right?
Yeah.
Hi. I probably should remove my mask though, right? 'Cause you can't. Can you?
That's
hear
why
me?
you had me take
Yeah.
mine off.
Okay. Hi. I'm excited that you would ask me questions about Pastor Calhoun. And the reason why I've been knowing her since I was about 9, 10 years old. I met her as a child because my pastor was actually from Stone Temple as well. And so just coming back and forth from my old church to Stone Temple, she was a familiar figure. Every time I was here, she was here. And as I became an adult and became a pastor myself, she and I share the pulpit. She's my pulpit buddy. So every Sunday, she and I, when we were in the building, we were sitting next to each other, exchanging, okay, peppermint and butterscotch. And well, it wasn't really an exchange. She's always providing it for me. And that's wonderful, and I love you for that. So thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Doc.
One of the things that I will say about her that's really, really important to get across is the fact that she is such an encourager. Anybody that ever experienced any adversarial thing in life or any hardship or any just bubble that you can't seem to get out of, she has an encouraging word for you. She'll use an acronym to get you through it. She'll take a word and she'll break it down. She'll write a poem. And so for that, I love you. I don't even think I've ever told you that, but you are very instrumental in that. And so here is a person who's been in this community for all of her life. Even though she doesn't live here anymore, she's here often. But I know that she loves North Lawndale, and I know that she loves the people in this community, and I know that she loves life. And she is such my word for her is an encourager. So I thank God for known her and having her in my space, in my life, in my place. And I do love you wholeheartedly. You're such a jewel.
Wait, did DJ have a bag?
I didn't eat the apple pie yet. And she bakes. And she bakes, and she's a gift giver too. So that's another thing that is important. But more importantly is what she gives from her spirit is what really blesses me and the people who know and love her. And that we do. We know her and we love her. Oh, I want to slide one more thing in. Every hymnal in the hymnal book, she knows every word. She sang in a choir for years and years, and even now she still directs us because she knows every song, and her voice is immaculate. So if you can get her to sing you a little verse of a song.
Did.
Oh,
okay,
did.
Great. Amazing. So yes, she is an amazing human being, and I thank God for her.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you guys for having me.
All right.